Hi everyone, welcome back to Lab 2 in CPT 176. We are now going to change users and attempt to log on as John Smith. So I'm going to click on the Start button, go up to Administrator, do a right mouse click, and sign out. Now that I'm out, I don't want to try to sign into the Adatum domain. I need to check another user, so I select Other User. And because we are not in the domain, we want to sign into the computer. We need to put in the computer name. So it is LON-CL1. Make sure you don't make the mistake of leaving it capitalized with an exclamation mark. J. Smith. And we hit the password, and the password is PASSWORD01, and enter. And you see now that it's saying, Welcome John Smith. Once this goes through, this is when, if we were in class, I'd ask if anybody had a really good joke to tell. You know, because sometimes the worst thing is sitting here waiting for this to go through the process. It's kind of like watching paint dry or grass grow, but you just got to keep going with it. So, come on. Goodness, it's taking its time. Yep, we need a good joke. You probably appreciate me being quiet anyway. Okay, John, come on. Why do you think it would take this long for him to be logged in? If you said, because, oh, look at that, isn't that cute? It says hi. If you said it's because it's got to really fully create the account and then authenticate it for the first time in, yes, you are correct. And of course now Windows 10 is going to go through lots of great features to get excited about. Oh my goodness, it's just so exciting that we are playing with Windows 10. And I want you to stop. Okay, now we're going to start. Hallelujah. Okay. So now we're going to click the Start button, and instead of seeing Administrator up at the top, you see that we now see John Smith. So we are going to right-click, and we're going to change his account settings. So we do a right mouse click on John Smith, and we click on Change Account Settings. Now his overall account settings will be displayed. Here's your email account, sign-in options, etc. We are going to click Sign-in Options, and then we are going to change his password. Poor guy, he's getting his password changed all the time. So first thing we do is current password, PASSWORD01, and then we click Next, and now we put in his new password. And this time it is going to be the typical password you'll be using all the time. $$W0RD, re-enter $$W0RD, and in the password hint we're going to type default, and we're going to click next. Now we take let's see, do we click finish? Take a screenshot showing that the password was changed by pressing da 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 da. So you see this says change your password. That's why you take your screenshot here, not after you've clicked finish. So once again, we're going to print screen. We're going to pull our lab document back over here. We are going to plug it in right here and paste. Once again, you see that all we see is the little bar right now. So I highlight it, go to Picture Tools. I want to wrap the text top and bottom. Where did it go this time? Well, don't you love that? Let's try it again. All right. Paste. Highlight our picture. And Picture Tools Format, Wrap Text, top and bottom. There we go. No, it disappeared again. All right, there it is. Okay. Now, what I want to be sure that I can see every time you submit a screenshot, I need to be able to see the date and time from your computer screen that is right down here. So make sure that you include that date and time. You could edit this picture, you know, since I've got the two screens, I would edit this picture and cut the second screen off. I don't care if you do that or not. You're fine either way. So now we have put in our screenshot. I'm going to just go ahead and get rid of that. And now we're going to click the finish button. So we finish. Uh-oh, what message came up? The password you entered doesn't meet policy requirements. Try one that's longer or more complex. Now, that means on question 3, this is what you're going to enter in there with red text. Bring this back over here, and I'm going to set it right there. Turn the text red, and you entered meet password policy. Okay, I've got that one typed in. Next question. Since the password includes all 4 types of characters, complex passwords, and is 8 characters long, what is the real reason this message appears? What's the real reason that it appears? Anybody got a guess? Look it up in your book. I'm not going to tell you the answer to that one. All right. So, answer question 4, get that filled in, and then you can click Close. Right-click the Start button and choose Computer Management. I'm going to stop walking you through the lab at this point. You can continue with this. What I want to show you just one more time as a refresher, what are you supposed to do before you submit this lab into your Dropbox? And that is, you will take this lab and delete everything that's extra. Leave the lab 2 supporting authentication and authorization. We're going to go down here and we're going to delete all the way down to either our first question or our first screenshot. Make sure you don't confuse these figures with your screenshot, because believe me, I don't confuse them. So when I'm grading your lab, I know whether or not you did what you were supposed to do. Okay, I'm going to go down to this step and delete it. So now I'm showing you, take a screenshot of the computer management console. There's the screenshot. I can delete both of these. There's my question now. And here I delete both of these steps. There's my second question. I go continue highlighting, go down, and delete to here. It doesn't matter that it changes the number button. I leave my questions. Now, if this were the end of the lab, the next thing I would do is go all the way down and delete everything else in the lab. And this is a good time to tell you that any challenge exercises at the end of the lab or challenge questions, you do not have to do those. You do not have to submit them to me. You should do them for your own edification and learning process, but you do not have to submit them to me. So once you've completed the lab, this is all we should see, is the title of the lab, your screenshots, your question answers. If you want to rearrange them and put all the questions together because you feel like this looks sloppy, go ahead. Obviously, this is only a small portion of the lab. I'm not going to make you sit and listen to me for 110 minutes. But you would answer all of the questions with the red text, put in your screenshots, and then save this document. I'm going to save as, and I am going to put it in, I need to browse to the right location. I'm going to put it in my CPT 176 folder, and I am actually going to go here, and then I'm going to put, well, this says 76970202. That works fine. I'm going to save it. So it's now saved. I'm going to end my lab. Remember, if you end your lab, what's going to happen to me right now is this lab is closing. When I go back into it, I'm going to have to start over. So please remember that. So I'm going to log off. I am actually going to close this out and go back into D2L. Select CPT 176. Go under week 1. Let me change this to student view. So now I'm going under week 1. There are actually 2 ways I can do this. The drop box is here. There's labs 2 and 3 due 5/24. I can click right here. Takes me right in, and then I'm going to drop my files there or click below. What I'm going to do is just go ahead and open up my File Explorer. I am going into CPT 176. I'm going to minimize this. There we go. I'm going to go into CPT 176, MOAC Labs, and here is my lab. I just drag it right there, drop it, and I can close out of here. I'm going to make a comment. I'm going to say, hooray, first one done, and submit. Oh, and see, I can't even spell. First one, dawn. Oh well, that's all right. That's the way that you submit your labs, and hopefully that will help you get started on them. Remember, you do have labs 2 and 3 are due by Wednesday at 11:30 p.m. Once I grade it, you will see that I've given you input on your labs so that you can then review that, understand why you got the grade you got. I will be trying to correct these labs just as quickly as possible, particularly these first ones, so that you get some feedback and some information. All right, I will see you online, and we'll work our way through another couple of labs just to make sure you're on track. Now I'm logged out. Have a great day.